Hey, we good here? Good. I'm getting back to work.
Shout out to the House of Highlights.
So is Trey Young officially for the next couple years going to be the most hated person in New York? Is this officially just a rivalry now? Because he just
It might
went in
be.
there, just busted the new Knicks ass in the Garden
Might
three
be.
times. He beat him 3 times in the Garden.
Was it 3 times? Yeah, three. What? No. It was twice. It was only twice. It was twice. It was twice. Uh, but he might be. He might be. The thing is, though, I thought you was gonna say that Trey Young just go into that argument of one of the top, well, in that conversation of the top point guards.
Oh, he should be.
Yeah, that's why I was nodding my head. Yeah, because he assists. He can score and he gets those assists.
Because I feel like, tell me if I'm wrong. I don't believe Trey Young's ever been an All-Star yet. Hasn't been an All-Star yet.
Nah, you can make the argument for this year, but he didn't get voted to it yet.
So,
Yo, I've said it, and I think we all said it at one point. The Clint Capella trade for Houston, dog.
that makes sense.
Atlanta. I don't know what they gave up for him, but this is the greatest. Is a great pickup, bro. Because Clint Capella just moves so fluidly for a big man, but plays with so much aggression on the defensive side. Perfect pick and roll partner for Trey Young.
I don't know. I didn't think it made sense for the Rockets then. And looking back on it, obviously hindsight says it was a bad trade. But it just didn't make sense. They literally, all they did was they doubled down on the whole threes and layups thing. They doubled down on it hard, and everybody was like, "That's not how basketball works."
Yeah, you need, like, it's cool if you're gonna shoot like that, but you're just gonna say fuck the rebounds if you miss.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
pretty much.
You're not gonna defense on the other side. You're just gonna say fuck the rebounds. Just all right, cool. The tallest person for Houston last year was 6'7" at that point. I think it was Covington or something like that.
I'm pretty sure that James not even there anymore. I forget his name.
Pretty sure,
Fertitta. Not Fertitta.
Maybe Fertitta was the owner.
Beautiful pass. Hollins finished with a reverse 180. I think it is a slight.
I just know I misremember he was an analytics guy. I forget his name though.
Yeah, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Fertitta might be the owner. I can't remember the other.
See what I'm saying, dude? He shoots a lot of jumpers, bro.
Oh, no,
That's what
no.
killed me about his game in this playoffs. I feel like he wasn't getting anything at the basket.
Nah, the GM for Houston last year, I'm pretty sure is with Brooklyn right now. I could be wrong about that, but I'm almost positive.
Technical, and we're underway third quarter. Here's Randall for three. Yes.
Actually, I
Where's
could
my
be wrong.
Bogdanovich.
I could be wrong about that.
Hunter to his left. Hands to
I
Hunter.
forget his name.
Down low, Capella scores.
I can't remember his
Danny-
name
not
either.
Danny.
That's Boston.
They ain't just about to retire. You see that
Yeah.
shit?
Played by Bullock
Yep.
now. DeAndre Hunter.
Dog,
Yes.
y'all just couldn't stop them from scoring. It looks like.
Bogdanovich.
So, what do you think about Julius Randle?
Now?
Do you think he's an option? Do you think he has to be for this New York Knicks team if they got more talent?
I think he's a second option. With preferably a scoring guard. Because it looks like they got defense. They got Tom Thibodeau. They need a scoring guard, I feel like.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
I like them going out and getting like Alonzo Ball next year. That's my perfect move for them. But they still
That's
need
not
to
a scoring
score.
guard. Yeah,
They need
I was about to
somebody
say, that's
that
not a scoring
score.
guard.
15 seconds of the quarter. He's quickly got the step and rejected.
Ooh.
Rim protection.
Bogdanovich goes
I don't know. Yeah, bro. The more and more you think about that Clint Capella trade, doesn't make sense at all. You gave up so much shit for another 3-and-D guy, which you have throughout your roster. And don't get me wrong, I like Robert Covington. It just didn't make sense for that team.
One thing I can say, is that in retrospect, like looking back, Atlanta made the perfect trade because they got so many 3-and-D guys. You got so many dudes that could just shoot the three ball. I mean, if they play good defense, I don't really get to watch them too much on defense, but they could all shoot the ball. I named like 4 people with Trae Young that could just shoot the three. Bogdanovich. I'm gonna mess up names. I'm not gonna get into it.
No, you said it right. Bogdanovich.
Barrett putting the move on Hunter.
Yeah, man. They just got a team. My thing is, out of these 2 teams right here, which team would possibly miss the playoffs next year?
The Knicks.
Probably the Knicks' best player in this series.
I agree. I kind of agree with you.
Because
I'm not saying for sure they're going to miss the playoffs, but if I had to choose out of these 2 teams, I would choose the Knicks too. Just because they don't have that guy, and I feel like there's other talented teams that do have that guy. I feel like Indiana can take that spot, or even like Charlotte, like you said, like how you had them. I feel like they could come back in and take that spot.
yeah, but this playoff showed to me how much they relied on Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, this team is literally defense and Julius Randle.
Yeah. Oh, and Derrick Rose coming off the bench. And that's just.
Oh, did they even show it? This nigga Trae Young took a bow at half court.
I don't blame him.
He shot it from the logo and took a bow at half court.
Just the garden.
You have arrived, young man.
Yeah,
you
man.
have
I would
arrived.
say he really has, man. He really has. I think he played a really great series, a really good series, man. And like I said, his regular season was really great. One thing I got to show this though is Julius Randle's numbers in the regular season versus the Hawks versus the playoffs. I wish I could pull these up on so people can see it. But in a win-loss column, the Knicks swept them in the regular season. Obviously 1-4 in the playoffs. Julius Randle's points per game in the regular season versus the Hawks was 37.3. In the playoffs, that drops down to almost 20 points less to 18 points in the playoffs. That's how much he averaged. Field goal percentage, 58% in the regular season. In the playoffs, 30%. And from the 3-point, it went from 50 to 33 for Julius Randle. I think that we really we know now. We know that he's not a number one option, that's for sure. But not only that, I don't know if Atlanta just played really good defense on him. If that's what happened,
I think so. I think they just keyed in on them hard.
the Knicks got a job this offseason that they really think about. I don't know what their front office is going to do. Do they go out and try to get a free agent like somebody like DeMar DeRozan? All right, good. He's a good, scoring guard. The run with Julius Randle. Maybe you still get the Lonzo trade. Maybe you still get Lonzo in there. Or do you get somebody higher caliber like Kawhi or somebody like that? I'm interested because I know New Yorkers don't want to just be in the playoffs one time and go back to sitting on the outside of the playoffs. They're competing with Brooklyn for a year or two for the city, honestly, for New York. I'm guessing I'm guessing New Yorkers are Knicks fans first, obviously. That's what I would guess, but you can't just go back to being on the outside of playoffs after this. You can't go back to being ass. This was a good season for them because nobody had the Knicks going to the playoffs at the beginning of the season. Now, I did make the playoffs. So the expectation is y'all got to get back to the playoffs. And even for the New Yorkers, I would say, if I'm a New Yorker, which is I'm not, I would say more than just get back to the playoffs, y'all got to win a playoff series now. Get ready for next year in New York because we don't want to see y'all just out of the playoffs all of a sudden.
Facts.
Get y'all asses back there.
Facts.
And New York fans, hold them boys accountable. Keep holding your team accountable.
Always. All right. Once again, y'all, thank y'all for checking out the video. Make sure you like and subscribe down below. Make sure you check out the website, inspiredbyambitionpro.com. We sell hoodies and t-shirts on there. We're also on all social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. Once again, thank y'all for checking out the video. Peace.
Peace.
Inspired by Ambition gear at inspiredbyambitionpro.com. That's www.inspiredbyambitionpro.com.